Picture this, in just a few weeks, you could have your first $1,000 in sales online just from selling products on Amazon. Yeah, that's what beginners are doing. No experience, no upfront cash, and no complicated skills. Sounds impossible? Yeah, I know, but stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly how beginners are doing it today. Because remember, I was one too. Most people think you need to be a tech genius, have tons of money, or spend months before figuring everything out to make your first sale online. And that's just not true. There's a step-by-step system that anyone can follow, even if you've never sold a single thing online before. And the best part, you don't need to quit your day job or risk your life savings. This method is working for beginners all over the world, and it's getting better and better every year. Amazon's marketplace is bigger than ever, with millions of people buying daily. That means opportunities are everywhere, but only for people who know how to spot them. And here's the kicker. You don't need a warehouse, a team, or any expensive tools to get started. You just need to follow the right steps, and I'll be showing you every single one of them today. By the time the video is over, you'll have a clear roadmap on how to take action today. You'll know exactly what products to look for and how to source them without overcomplicating things. Beginners are making their first $1,000 faster than ever before, and I'm about to show you how you can join them. And trust me, once you see how simple it is, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. All right, so let's stop dreaming and let's start doing. If you're ready to make your first $1,000 with Amazon FBA, grab a notebook, stay focused, and let's dive in. All right, so here we are on an Amazon listing. And before we dive into actually how you can make your first $1,000, there's two important things that we have to cover right off the bat. And with Amazon, there's two major softwares that are pretty much non-negotiable. So the two softwares here, just to give you some context before we dive into it and you have full knowledge on what we're kind of looking at, there's a software here called SellerAmp, and there's one here at the bottom that's called Keepa. Now, this software and data right here, I know it may look confusing, but it's very, very simple. It gives you all of the information and data on this specific Amazon listing, right? And it literally tracks all of the data since the listing was born 1,700 days ago, okay? And then here on the right, this is where we calculate our profit. So if you're ever wondering about how much money you would make on a specific listing or specific product with Amazon, that's all done for you. It's so simple here with SellerAmp. You literally just type in the numbers and it tells you how much money you're gonna make, and you kind of rinse and repeat the process, okay? So these are two pivotal or important softwares that we have to focus in on before we dive into actually that method and tactic of making your first $1,000 with Amazon. Now, what I'm about to go over with this method and tactic, it is by far the best product sourcing tactic that you'll ever find on Amazon, and it's probably gonna live on for the next 20, 25, or 30 years here, just sourcing products and selling with Amazon, okay? But I want to cover something that's also very, very important before we kick off into it, because you might be asking with yourself, well, Jay, how are you already on an Amazon listing? How do you even get to that point of finding an Amazon listing? So this is a lead that I've sourced in the past, right? And don't worry, this isn't going to be a lead that I already found and tell you just, hey, just buy this lead, right? Because I already did the work. But this is a lead that I've already sourced in the past. So I've clicked on this lead to start the sourcing process. So to basically start the sourcing process, you need to have one lead that I call the spark lead, right? It's like the first product, object, whatever it is on Amazon, where we start to do that sourcing tactic. And don't worry, we're about to dive into it here on the right as I dive into it. But to find your first spark sourcing tactic lead, I call it, all you do is either go into Amazon search bar here. There's really two quality methods, but one of them is just going into Amazon search bar and literally searching up products that seem like they would be good, right? So you can say like healthcare, tools and home improvement, lawn care, or like spray chemicals for pesticides, literally any type of wording, or just put in brands that maybe you already use as consumer products here in the list here at the top search bar, because what that's going to happen is tons of different listings are going to pop up, and that way you can click on them and see to start to do the sourcing process, okay? But for this case scenario, we already have one here on the screen. Now, as I mentioned, here on the right, SellerAmp, this profit calculating tool. Now you might be saying like, what the heck, there's so much going on here. So the most important thing about this software is not just the profit calculating, it's actually finding other leads just using this software, okay? So yeah, we can calculate our profit. It's great. I know a lot of things are kind of going on here. It might look a bit confusing. It's very, very simple. It's literally just sale price, cost price, and then how much money you're making. So it gets a lot easier as you start to get repetition and just actually start using the software. But the important part of the software here at the bottom is seeing the other sellers. So SellerAmp actually tells us what other sellers, how much stock they have, and what the price is on this Amazon listing. But the key is not that. The key is being able to go into this other seller's storefront and seeing what they're selling, right? So this is called the reverse sourcing method on Amazon, because instead of us having to do all this legwork to find all of these profitable products day over day, let's just go see what's working for other sellers, take their same process, bring the products into our catalog, and then sell them and make money just like they are, okay? So all these sellers here on the left, where you can see it saying FBA, that means they're doing fulfilled by Amazon, meaning that they're never touching the product. They're shipping all of their inventory from their supplier to a prep center and sending it into Amazon. So that way they don't have to worry about touching a product, handling a product, taping, boxing. That's kind of chaos, right? So we rather have just Amazon do that. So all these sellers are FBA, and then one here at the top is FBM, which means that he's shipping the product directly to the consumer out of his house. So what I'm gonna do here now is I'm literally just gonna click on one of these sellers, and it's gonna bring me to their exact storefront. So it's gonna show me their entire catalog of products that they're selling that they are hopefully making money with Amazon. Now you can click on pretty much any of them. I like to stay in sellers who have under a few hundred reviews, because that lets me know that they're in our competition range. And as we look at their storefront, chances are we can also find the same products, right? Because if they're too big of sellers with 10,000 reviews or 1 million reviews, then the chances are they're probably working with the brand directly or a very, very big wholesale supplier that we can't afford. So I'd rather just work with a seller who is in our size range or strategy range, okay? So what's gonna happen here is literally, like I said, the seller's exact storefront. So this is SellerAmp's basically on the back end here with Amazon, and it's gonna tell us the seller name, the seller ID, the rating of the seller, and how many products they have in their catalog. And this seller has 176 products in their catalog. And that's a lot of products, I'm gonna be honest. And here on the right, it actually even tells us every single brand that they're selling. So he's selling Nike, Yeti, Pokemon, Chanel, Zara, Eucerin, HelioCare, all these different brands, which you've probably heard of a ton of them, right? Obviously, everybody hears of Nike, Yeti, Pokemon. Those are all the big ones. But the real success is actually going down into their catalog and seeing exactly what those products are that they're selling. Now, SellerAmp does a really good job of just giving us this information here right in front of us. It tells us like what the price it's selling at, how many units a month it's selling, which is 400 sales per month, this listing, and anything else like that. Now, that second software that I talked about, remember that software Keepa? If I dive back in here to the initial listing here at the bottom, SellerAmp actually brings those that software, and it integrates with SellerAmp when you're sourcing products right here on the screen. So basically you get to kill two birds with one stone by just seeing the Keepa and seeing the SellerAmp. So now what you traditionally do is, all you have to do is literally just go down this seller storefront and see products that align with your interests. And when I say align with your interest, I mean what selling price, right? Do you want to sell products that are under $10? I personally don't. And I also don't want to sell products that are over $100, because one refund or return is very damaging to the business. I don't really want to work in those kind of size range. So I like products that are $20 to $25 and up to about $75, sometimes $65, okay? So my first check is making sure that all these products or the product that I'm sourcing or paying attention to is within my price range, okay? Now, another criteria that you want to focus on is making sure the category or the type of product. I personally don't sell clothes or any shoes or anything like that, because it's a lot of chaos with returns and refunds and so on. I like to work in more niche categories, okay? And when I say niche, I mean like, weird things that people would never even think of, right? And not just never even think of, but like, I don't know, like carpet cleaner, right? Like carpet cleaner or paint removal. Yeah, these are obviously known products, but people don't know them as well as something like a Nike hoodie or Nike, socks, right? Everybody knows what those are, and there's a lot of competition on those, and they're too saturated. So if I see socks or clothes or shoes, anything like that, I'm just gonna skip over them. And that's pretty much what you're seeing here. So as I scroll down the seller, I'm just kind of keeping my eye here in the products on the left to see if there's anything that pops out to me. And so far, there's nothing. I mean, this product might be a little bit decent, but the brand is very big. And I don't like to sell name branded products, and I don't think you should either, because it just creates a lot of competition and a lot of chaos with the brand and with Amazon and with other sellers. Now, for the most part, this seller is actually selling a lot of products that I wouldn't align with. So what I typically do is I go down about 40% of the seller's storefront here, his catalog, and I make a decision if I want to continue or just move on to the next seller. Now, ironically, when I said that, this product is pretty neat because it's actually film, and film is kind of like a niche category. So I'm kind of going to run my cursor here on the right over the top 5 sellers in this listing and see, how big they are of a seller. Because remember, I don't want to compete with very large sellers. I want to compete with ones who can allow us to get sales on this listing. And here on the right, there's decently sized sellers. I mean, this seller here, Blueprint Mech, has over 1,000 reviews, which is pretty big, but most of them don't have a lot of stock, right? You can tell here, it says 2 units in stock, 2 units in stock, 1 unit in stock. So I'm pretty confident that if I have 50 units in stock or 100 units in stock, that I can win majority of the buy box. Because when I say that word buy box, which is also probably new to you, that just means the selling price, right? So Amazon's going to change the buy box or the selling price among sellers very, very frequently, right? So it's going to go from one seller to the other seller on whoever it may be. Now, each seller sets their own individual pricing, but Amazon gets to choose which seller the Amazon customer is buying from. I know it's a bit confusing, and it's also a bit confusing even selling on Amazon for 3+ years because they're changing the buy box or the opportunity to get sales literally every single second of the day. So all you need to know, and it's really the biggest priority, is buy box means opportunity, and opportunity means sales, right? So you want to win the buy box or be in the selling price. So like I said, with having a good amount of stock and being priced competitively with these other sellers, which is around $41, I'm pretty confident that I can win some sales. So what I would do is I'm actually going to open up this Amazon listing and look at it a little bit deeper. So what I like to call it is checks and balances. So this would be my first check and balance and making sure that, okay, everything here checks out. The SellerAmp checks out. This mini Keepa graph here checks out, which shows the pricing, the sales volume, and any other sellers on the listing. But for the most part, this is checking out, right? It's a good price. It's at 42, and it's selling 300 units a month. That's pretty good. That means that this listing does about $12,000 a month in sales. I just did some quick math here with 300 times 42, and if that's wrong, feel free to call me out on it. But so far, it looks pretty good. So when I go to dive into this Amazon listing, which is where I've moved over to now, I want to make sure that what I saw on that initial check is still doing pretty good. Because if it is, then it just leaves us the time to go and find a supplier. And if we find a supplier at a profitable price, then we're in the clear and we're going to make some money, okay? So as I said here, the buy box, 41.39, that's the sale price currently of Amazon. That's what the product is selling at. Now, here on the right, which we haven't dove into too much, SellerAmp is going to basically give me some information to tell me, hey, if you want to make your 30% ROI and at least $5 profit per unit, you have to buy this for $25.15. So this is going to be important because when I go to find a supplier, I want to make sure that the supplier is is able to supply this product at $25.15, or else we can't work with them. It's just not worth it, right? Because then we're going below our ROI minimum and there might be issues, right? So that's first things first. Now, as I dive into the Keepa chart, which remember is the second software that we want to focus on, I'm literally just looking at a few things. The top bar is price. I know it looks confusing. Let me turn this off here so it looks a bit more clear. But the top bar is price. The middle one is monthly sales volume, so how many units per month it's selling. And the bottom one is other sellers in the listing. And you can basically see it as a graph. Each one is kind of a graph going up and down. Price is going up and down, sales volume is going up and down, and number of sellers in the listing is going up and up and up, and then it comes down a little bit. So just off giving a quick glance, this looks pretty good, and the sales volume is kind of increasing here from 50, which I would like it to be a bit more consistent, but it is what it is. Now, as far as pricing looks very consistent, but what's more importantly is to see who's winning buy box and to see if they're smaller sellers. So I'm going to take it a step further and go into Keepa here and look at the buy box statistics. So buy box statistics is literally just telling me, how often each seller is winning the buy box, okay? In that way, I don't have to worry about guessing of which seller is winning buy box, how often, so-and-so is winning buy box. I can just look at the data here. And this data is telling me here, if I dive into it, that this seller, Blueprint Mech, is winning 26% of the sales. This one's winning 10, this one's winning 9, this one's winning 8, this one's winning 7. So all adds up to is 100% of the buy box. Now, this is a pretty good sign, I'm going to be honest, because there's a lot of buy box rotation. And when you see that the buy box is rotating, Amazon's basically dishing out sales to everybody, that means opportunity. So I actually like that, right? And I also could have just checked that by going here in the price. And if you look here, zoom in kind of here on the right, where you see the name of the seller, if I run my cursor from right to left, it's going to change pretty much rapidly. And as it continues to change, that's just telling me that new sellers at that period in time are winning the buy box, okay? So this is pretty good. Now, the last step for us to do it is literally just go and find a source site. Now, I'm literally just going to copy the name of the product and put it into Google, and see if we can find a source site, okay? So we have to remember, we have to match it up with the same product. And mind you guys, this has only been about 13 minutes long, but I've never ever reverse sourced this seller, and we're kind of already onto our source site opportunity. So if we can find a supplier for $25, which is not guaranteed, even if you find one for 27 or 28, it's still, making profit. It's not the best profit we want, but it's still good profit. But if we can find this at $25 and win about 100 sales per month, down here at the bottom is, I'm kind of doing some like quick math. SellerAmp gives you a calculator feature. That's going to be $755 profit a month. That's a really good opportunity, because if we can do that 3 or 4 times, you can pretty much live in a lot of places pretty much carefree with $4,000 to $5,000 a month, unless you're in the US or the UK or even Canada. It gets pretty expensive. But to travel and do it overseas, you're in the clear if you want to live off of 4 or 5 products. Now, let's go dive into here. Now remember, our goal is literally $25. So this first opportunity here is from this company called Adorama, and they're selling each box of 10 for $11.99. Now remember, we have 3 boxes, right? So we have to get the cost of 3 boxes to $25, which is typically like $8.33 per box. Okay, that's the cost. And right here, they're exposing it for $11.99. Now, what I do is, and I do this pretty much every time with every single product and potential opportunity, I would literally just email this company. They're having all these advertisements pop up. I would email this company and I would ask them to supply the product in bulk, right? And that way we can buy all of our 100 units just at one shot, right? And that's $2,500 of stock. Now, that might be a little bit too much as you start off, right? You want to spend probably around $1,000 on inventory. And I always recommend splitting that inventory up between 3 products. But for me, I would probably go in here with $2,500 or $3,000 on an initial test buy, just to make sure, maybe even a little bit less, just to make sure that what I'm seeing here in the Keepa is well. And then if it is doing well and I see that I'm winning more than 100 plus sales per month, I would buy like 300, maybe even 350, just to have a little bit of stock over for the month. But what I would do, like I was saying, is I would email this company and I would say, hey, can you basically supply this product in bulk, and can you give me a discount? Because even a 20% discount at $11.99, let's see what that pops up to. We'll just call it 12 for this case scenario. And hopefully shipping would be free on an order that's, $2,500. But the buy cost would be 28.8 if we can get a 20% discount. So now if I type in 28.8, our ROI would be 14% just about, and $4 profit per unit. Now, this isn't great, right? I ideally want 30% ROI, and so do you, but it's still making money, right? And if we can kind of build a relationship with the supplier over time and maybe get it down to like a 25% discount or 30% discount, or even find a wholesale relationship for this, now we're in the clear. Now we're probably at 30% ROI and making a lot of money. So as you can tell, we only did this for about 10 minutes and we kind of came across a potential product that we can make money with. And of course, yeah, that's baking in maybe getting a discount, but we also just looked at one supplier. There's tons of different suppliers that you can negotiate with, or just see what their selling price is to buy the product profitably. And if you do this with literally new sellers every single time, like we did here to look at these sellers, because remember, this is a different listing. You can do this with new sellers every single day, every single hour of the day, and find constant opportunities to buy and sell and make money within Amazon. Now, I know that $1,000 is your first kind of stepping stone and goal, but you can pretty much smash that goal as you start to add 5 to 6 to 7 products in your catalog, all right? So I hope that's a pretty good rundown for you guys on why this is the best sourcing method that takes the least amount of time. All you have to do is buy a $20 software, and you can buy this one as well, which is $20, which is $40, and get your Amazon selling account going, and you're on your way to make your first $1,000. And then to go from there, you're literally just rinsing and repeating and doing the same process over and over again, all right? So I hope you guys liked this video. Please give me some feedback there in the comments. And if you want to see anything else, I literally want to help every single person to get their Amazon journey going. So feel free to request a video on what you would like, and I would be happy to make it and happy to, provide some tips and tricks, because I've been doing this for a few years and I want you guys to start doing this as well so you can get some freedom and travel the world. All right. So there we go for now. Please subscribe. Let me know anything in the comments and we'll go from there. See you for now.